cha, 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 Igbo kwenu, oe. Cha, 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 Igbo kwenu, oe. Cha, 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 Igbo kwenu, oe. Abia kwenu, oe. Anambra kwenu, oe. Ebonyi kwenu, oe. Enugu kwenu, oe. Imo kwenu, oe. Nigeria kwezuono. Oja. Hello friends, families and loved ones. I welcome you all to my Igbo segment. My name is Mr. or Mazi B.O., a full-fledged Igbo son and teacher of Igbo language, culture and traditions, including general issues that concern the Igbo and the non-Igbo, including the general public. All right, today we're going to talk about the reasons the OSU system needs to be completely abolished. Okay, it needs to be abrogated in our system, in the Igbo land and in Nigeria as well. I understand there are other parts of Nigeria, probably the South, but I'm not too sure about that. All I know is about my own tribe, the Igbo. So I think the other parts, maybe there is another part apart from South people, some parts of the South who also, talk about those who also hold this OSU thing, OSU issue so sacred that they wouldn't want their daughters, their sons, or anybody close to them to get entangled with someone referred to or known as an OSU, an outcast. So I think there's no need for anybody to let what transpired in the past, what our forefathers did, to affect the generation in which we are now, or any other generations that would come up. You don't let a poor child who is actually given birth by a combo of Wadiala, that's a freeborn, and also an outcast. You wouldn't want that child to kind of grow up to notice that her mom, his or her mom, is an outcast. Then the father got married to the mom without knowing it, this and that. At the end of the day, the son is also seen as an outcast. Okay, the sin of our forefathers, I call it sin because it's what they believed in, and it has come down to our generation. So generations upon generation believed in OSU, so they wouldn't want to even hold it. Maybe with a 10 meter pole, they wouldn't touch it. They dreaded it until their own time went. So many generations came and went. None of them was able to abolish this OSU caste system. Okay. So we don't have to let our children to suffer this anomaly, or what we believe in, what we say we hold in esteem. We know of our children, none of our relations will get married to an OSU. And if it actually happens accidentally, then any child given birth to by the couple automatically becomes an OSU. So how would it be a child growing up to know that his or her people kind of sees him or her as an abomination? Okay. So it's not going to be abominable. It's not even going to be abominable for anyone to stand and say this OSU caste system will end today. And when they say it, let them mean it. It's not going to be abominable if anybody says that, if anybody stands by that, if anybody fights for it. Okay, it has to come to an end so that people will be free. Can't you see how successful things move since go for them? The so-called OSU people. They're always successful. So why would you think they're always successful? They wouldn't be successful if God is not on their sides. God is really on their sides because God doesn't see them as outcasts. I see outcasts as someone who has one or two sins he or she needs to give up to, something that the person has been doing, which in the presence of God is absolutely a sin. Okay, so that's the only person I see as an outcast. But when it comes to you and me as humans, and someone comes and tells me that that person you're relating with is an outcast, the person needs to explain what the word outcast really means. Otherwise, there's going to be some brouhaha, physical brouhaha, fisticuffs between the person and me. Yes, that's just it. You can tell me most of these people who hold these laws, these beliefs that OSU's people are cursed. So because they are cursed, so anybody that associates him or herself with them becomes a cursed person. Most of them, their sons and daughters are elsewhere, enjoying themselves with those same people whom they have placed a big, law upon that says that they shouldn't be associated with. They don't know about what their sons and daughters do outside their home fronts. A lot of us have really sinned when it comes to that. Yes, a lot of us have sinned. So how do we cleanse these sins? Do you cleanse the sins of someone who has not admitted that he or she actually sinned? How do you get it sorted out? I witnessed a few occasions where people were ostracized from my town because they had some sexual union with the so-called OSU that were dreaded and are still dreaded. So they were chased out of our towns, never to come back. I witnessed it when I was growing up. So I asked what really happened and I was told. So since then up until now, it still rings in my memory what really happened back then, years back, years ago. So I think what we have to do is actually to be so strict about this and make it a standing order that if anybody calls another person an OSU, then the person should be taken up, the issue should be taken up. Whoever that goes wrong will be dealt with accordingly. Let there be written down rules that actually tell us that this is what you stand to be given to as punishment if you actually do this. Doing this, I mean, here is to call someone an OSU. So when the burden, burden of responsibility, how the burden of responsibility has been increased enormously, what the person has to face when he or she calls another one person OSU, then there will be a total rethink where someone will see, oh, I won't be able to face this. I won't be able to afford all these that are down, this written down things that I need to provide or anybody needs to provide once they call someone OSU. So once that thing has been written down, then there will be some fear instilled in our people. The Wadiela, the so-called freeborn, son of the soil, sons and daughters of the soil, will not call or refer to someone as an OSU. We all have sinned. That's just the truth. We all have sinned big time. So we need to abrogate this OSU caste system. Yeah, bro, if any of you has a say or an opinion to chip in, please feel free to do so. Go to the inbox, that is the message, the comment section, and leave whatever opinion you have about this discussion, this OSU caste system, and say exactly what you feel about it. Your ideas, opinions, your suggestions, contributions are welcome, fully welcome by me. Okay, feel free. If there's anything that's so confusing about this, please let me know so that I can give it another try, so that I'll be able to clarify it. I'm a typical Igbo man. Okay? So trust whatever I say, because before I say anything here, I actually made inquiries. Inquiries, one of which, or some of which are done when my grannies were still alive. There are so many things they taught me because I was so close to them. So none of those things has left me. They are still relaxed, hibernating in my memory bank. Okay, so that's just it. Okay, all right, guys. Feel free with me. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If all I've done so far if all we've taught or learned so far please you, if you're satisfied with them or any of them, please feel 100% free to subscribe to my channel. Okay, when you do, you are encouraging me to continue. That's what that means. Subscription encourages uh, the content owners to keep churning out ideas through their videos. That's just the way it is. That's why I plead with you to subscribe to my channel. All right, guys, I salute you. I have to sign off. Have a cool night. Bye-bye.